Let's just say what most people in the freight world are thinking, but don't always say out loud. Not all freight brokers are built the same. Some are in it for the long haul, some are chasing a quick commission. And if you've ever been left on red when your freight went sideways or promised the world and got ghosted, you already know the difference. So I'm breaking down what separates the brokers who are here to actually help from the ones who just get in the way. One of the biggest differences between a solid broker and a shaky one is how easy it is to reach them. I hear constantly, "Our last guy vanished once the truck was loaded." If your broker isn't picking up the phone, replying to updates, or giving you a straight answer when something goes wrong, that's not a partner, that's a risk. You should never be the one chasing updates. The right broker is always 2 steps ahead. You can spot a broker who's only in it for the sale from a mile away. They say yes to everything without asking the right questions. They don't know what a step deck is or how to plan for offloading delays. A real broker understands freight. They know what drivers deal with, they understand equipment, they know how to plan a load like they're the ones hauling it. If your broker only sounds confident until you ask for details, that's a red flag. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear if it's not true. If I can't cover a load the way you want, I'll say so. If the rate has changed, I'll tell you before you find out the hard way. Too many brokers overpromise just to lock something in. But when the truth catches up, and it always does, guess who ends up cleaning up the mess? You. Good brokers don't hide the tough stuff. They deal with it up front. The fly-by-night guys are just trying to move a load and move on. But the good ones, they're in this for the long run. They learn your preferences. They watch your patterns. They make it easier every time you work together. Freight is not just about lanes and rates. It's about trust. And if your broker's treating every job like a one-off, they're not seeing the big picture. Anyone can handle freight when it's easy, but when things go wrong, like a late truck, customs delay, or a breakdown on I-70, that's when the real brokers show up. I don't clock out when your freight hits a snag. I lean in, figure it out, and keep you informed the whole time. That's what separates the professionals from the placeholders. One stays in the fight, the other disappears the moment it gets tough. If you've worked with freight brokers before, you know they're not all cut out from the same cloth. Some give the rest of us a bad name, and I get why people get frustrated. But here's the truth. There are brokers out here doing it the right way. We communicate, we care, we problem solve. So if you're tired of wondering who's really on your side, maybe it's time to work with someone who actually is. I don't promise perfection, but I do promise real. And in freight, that's what keeps things moving.